In this video, you're going to learn how RWA Finance links real world assets with gold. As always, things with the DeFi space is not financial advice, but I just bring it to your table so you can get the idea of what's going on in there. Okay, so what is RWA Finance in the first place? So RWA simply means, as I said it before, real world assets, right? And as for the finance, you know what finance is. Now, it is basically a DeFi investment agreement that provides real-world gold assets as collateral for you. Real-world assets and DeFi agreements basically focus on developing, innovating, promoting tokenized real-world assets, ecosystem, and the systems that revolve around lending and borrowing. Just the difference here is that it makes it happen, like appear in real time. Based on what your asset is, it will therefore come out as, let's call it, gold. So real world finance basically coordinates and gives builders and businesses a successful mission to sort of seize the opportunity through tokenization and decentralized finance. Now, the difference, people mostly face the challenge of thinking things on the DeFi don't really actualize in real life, but with RWA sort of brings DeFi investments to your reality by linking it with gold. Shall we continue? Yeah, okay. So the vision of RWA is basically to build the first decentralized bank that brings traditional finance to the crypto world. Okay, so what are the benefits of RWA finance right now? So the yields come from real world returns on your investments that are collateralized outside the chain against real world gold assets, right? Making them very, very different from the highly volatile DeFi loans you may be familiar with already from this channel. I know I speak to people who are already sort of inclined with the blockchain and things around DeFi, CeFi, and they're all of them together. So let's sort of use RWA as a statement to say you can basically make your USDT work. Tether is in line with the blockchain integrations and cryptocurrency, while the traditional USD is just basically the centralized exchange and everything revolving around the traditional bank, rather not decentralized, just traditional. So real world assets returns will not disappear because they're combining traditional banking system with DeFi. RWA leverages DeFi's global investment real world assets market to generate revenue, enabling virtual assets to create real world sustainable APYs for certain enterprises. Now, as for the technology and the innovation with it, let's take a look at it for a second here. Users can safely and securely invest through gold insurance agreements. Now, how secure are the investments? This brings us to the segment where we talk about the security of these investments. So RWA Finance opens a new investment insurance agreement with about 1:1 gold per investment as a security. Weekly return on investment also due to the redeemed USDT principal or continued to be reinvested in that. So that gives you the security in your investment because there is another separate contract just to secure your investments with RWA. Now, how does the RWA protocol work? In essence, like the RWA agreement is a medium for lenders and borrowers to come together and exchange value over time. The link between the borrower and the borrowing is the RWA Finance contract. Each loan in the agreement exists as an example of a contract and is deployed on a blockchain for more transparency with all these things. At a higher level, the loan cycle for RWA Finance contract modeling is under, as I quote, the lender funds the contract, the borrower borrows the capital as the principal loan. Now, the borrower regularly pays interest on the principal already borrowed, while the borrower pledge is about 1:1 in gold and 1:50% in BTC. Okay, so you see that the centralized thing or the traditional banking system, we're talking about gold here with BTC. So it's bridging the gap between traditional banking systems and DeFi as a whole, right? So the borrower eventually repays the principal when the lender draws the portion of the capital provided, plus the portion of interest paid by the borrower, which links real assets to open up a new chapter in decentralized banking and the encrypted world as a whole. So basically, RWA Finance here is one project, just one project that I have seen in the whole space right now that's working hand in hand between traditional banking systems and securing all that whole deeds and the investment purposes with blockchain tech, right? So you may be wondering, okay, is there anything like a presentation for me to just see what I'm getting myself into with RWA Finance? Well, I have you covered in here. It basically links real world assets and gold, a DeFi investment agreement that provides real world gold as a collateral. I have talked about this a couple of moments ago right now. And you have here, this is how the user benefits on the RWA protocol, right? So a total return is equal to the investment return plus the gain plus the value added gain plus airdrop returns. And from seeing everything in here, you have about the multiple of about 500 where investment cycle is there, and there's the monthly investment rates with the direct push earnings, right? And you have proceeds to disbursement. Now, what else is new in there? So there's a limited number of investment lines are issued basically on demand each day, and the amount of investment will receive a gold matching card. And there's a bunch of things others said in there. Through everything that we've seen here, we talked about revenue in a segment there. So we have ranks, the requirements, the self-investment quota, the grade income, and the equal income as a whole. So this is where the whole mechanics try to line up and work in. But for me, I would say users should be more interested in rank 4 because it has the extra equal income that you could gain right now. Don't start from the top. We have here from R1 to R6 with the exchange fee and the relegation mechanism. Airdrop mechanism is also in here. So by looking at everything in here, you could take your time to understand what is actually going on with the mechanisms in here. Now, I hope that people would pay more attention to people who try to directly convert things gotten off of DeFi, and bringing it to real world use cases. And in this particular case, RWA Finance is basically linking DeFi investment to provide you real world gold as your collateral. When they say gold, they mean valuables. Gold could actually be there, but they mean most especially valuables that are being protected by a couple of contracts here and there. So diving into this investment scheme, this investment project is basically mostly about you trying to get proper utility of your DeFi life, your decentralized tokens, things that you have, trying to bring it out to real world things directly from seeing the percentages of the income you're getting in there, the self-investment quota you're getting in there, the couple of ranks that you have to dive into, and not something that you have to just live by yourself trying to think or figure out how to get it as real world assets in real life. So let me know what you think about RWA Finance right now. Let me know what you think about it. It's pretty technical, but if you take your time to listen to everything I've said and take your time to view, the slide I just shared with you, you get more understanding as to why it's beneficial, to sort of invest, to make your DeFi investments in a place that will definitely cash it out for you as real world gold. Peace out. You can check the link in the description, but peace out, and I'll see you in another finance video.